Welcome, citizens of the United Empire of Earth, to the Citizen Inquisitor. I'm Citizen Dale, and I'll be your guide in an attempt to navigate Star Citizen and the UEE. In this series, we're looking at the history of Star Citizen in terms of the stretch goals set forth by Chris Roberts and Cloud Imperium Games. In parts 1 through 4, we reviewed the stretch goals from September 2012 through August of 2013. We finished off part 4 by reaching the astonishing $17 million mark, far beyond any other crowd-funded project in history. Now in part 5, let's burn through a few million more. By surpassing $18 million, if you have pledged before Star Citizen's official launch, you will receive coordinates to enter into the jump drive of your ship that will allow you to start your character in an exclusive star system. Everyone will be able to access this system, but only backers prior to launch will be able to start there. When 19 million fell, the ability for players to manage space stations was unlocked. The number of stations will be limited, and players will be able to compete and take control of each station's operation. 19 million also included the production of a PDF manual in the style of Jane's fighting ships. If you're not familiar with this, it's a reference manual that provides extraordinary technical detail regarding naval and Coast Guard ships from around the world. The Star Citizen Fighting Ships Manual will be available free to all pledgers. And finally, a new video series entitled RSI Museum was to be produced. This was to be a monthly series focusing on a particular game. Unfortunately, only one episode about the 1993 Chris Roberts game Strike Commander was ever produced, and I've linked to it in the description below. There's no word of any plans to continue this series in the future. This brings us to the point in time when the Star Citizen crowdfunding campaign turned 1 year old. $20 million in a year. That's insane. There's really no more to be said about it, so let's move on to some quick hit stretch goals. 20 million. Star Citizen was always going to have a first-person element, but any first-person combat was originally going to be exclusive to space stations, platforms, and inside ships during boarding operations. Now, first-person combat will be added to select lawless planets as well. 21 million introduced the salvage mechanic. Salvage, again, was always going to be part of the game, but it was viewed as ancillary to a player's career. Reaching this goal meant that players could now choose to focus on exploration and salvage as a primary career path, and their discoveries could help shape the universe as it grows. 22 million, CIG will use facial motion capture to create more realistic NPCs in the game. That's non-player characters. Check out the link in the description for more information on this. It had been a while since we had a ship unlocked, but we finally got a new one at the 23 million mark. The Xi'an Empire lies adjacent to the UEE, and though there have been tensions between us over the years, there has never been an open conflict. The Xi'an scout ship, called the Car-2, is a light attack craft and doesn't have your usual primary thruster. Instead, it boasts incredible maneuverability due to its array of maneuvering thrusters on articulated rigs. Apparently, it'll look like a spark flying through space. 24 million. If you don't have a ship to travel in, it'll still be possible for you to travel the stars via the UEE public transportation system using several new, what I would call, ship classes: starliners, long-range transports, charter ships, and flyable shuttles. 25 million essentially just opened up more alpha slots to allow more access to more people before the launch. 26 million enhanced capital ship systems. Crew members on capital ships can now put out fires, repair systems mid-battle, man navigation and engineering consoles, and more. The trading community was excited when the Banu Merchantman was unlocked at the $27 million goal. The Banu are another race bordering UEE space and is a race with which we have friendly relations. Trade is what the Banu are all about, and the Merchantman personifies, or should I say Banuifies, this in its construction and capabilities. Another new ship found its way to new players of Star Citizen at the $28 million mark. The Mustang was introduced as a starter ship comparable to the Aurora with some trade-offs. The Mustang sacrifices guns and cargo capacity for maneuverability and speed. 29 million provided more funding to the Squadron 42 team to enhance the mission design and seamlessly integrate space combat with boarding operations. Our final goal for this episode is 30 million, and is when Origin Jumpworks unveiled what's become known as the interstellar super yacht of space exploration, the 890 Jump. As with all Origin JumpWorks ships, the 890 Jump is, and I quote, the epitome of luxury, class, and refinement, i.e. Star Citizen for pompous aristocrats and yuppies. And yeah, I'll probably end up having one. Well, that's it for now, Citizen. The $30 million stretch goal was reached in late November 2013, which means every goal in this episode covering $13 million was reached in about 3 months. Can't wait to see what things are looking like next time as we push into 2014. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next installment. Citizen Dale out.